let's consider another aspect of quality assessment design: reliability. Test reliability simply means the consistency in a measurement. A test is said to be reliable if the student gains the same result, even if he does the test on different occasions, or if the assessment is graded by different teachers. Such an understanding of test reliability is seen from the scientific measurement model, whereby the nature of the assessment measurement process is assumed to be a problem of objectivity. That is, how do we ensure that data can be scientifically reproducible? Classical approach to reliability is concerned with the question whether students will obtain consistent test score under different test conditions. Test-retest reliability measures that over time using the Pearson correlation coefficient. What this statistical measure is able to do is to measure the ranking order of students by comparing their test scores over two measures. So think about IQ test or entrance placement test as examples of test-retest reliability that may be of concern. But what if the ranking order of students is not of interest? So what would reliability mean for an assessment that's only ever going to be given to a student at one time? So essential issue is, as a teacher, do I have enough information here to make a reasonable decision about a student's ability with regard to this domain of information? So there is a strong argument for reliability as sufficiency of information. So here we need to ensure that within an assessment test, there are enough items or test components in the assessment to be able to make a reasonable decision about a student's ability in that particular domain. And therefore, there's a strong case for laying out these specifications in our TOS in setting exams. Such a thinking of reliability as sufficiency of information is in line with what is known as the judgemental model of educational assessment. Here, the nature of the measurement process is assumed to be a problem not of objectivity, but of induction. That is, how do we collect enough or sufficient information to warrant as evidence of students' learning or non-learning? Other than the sufficiency of information, there are other ways to increase reliability in classroom assessment. Firstly, for consistency among students, it is important that before they start the assignment, the scoring criteria is made available and understood by students. Secondly, whenever different assessments are employed, a systematic scoring procedure should be used to avoid rater errors. And whenever more than one marker is involved, inter-rater reliability should be established to determine that there's at least 70% agreement threshold amongst them. And for decision consistency, it is important to not just base our decisions about students' placement or promotion on one assessment, but to combine our results from several assessments. In designing quality assessment, number of decisions have to be made at each stage of the assessment process. Here we have a checklist of summative assessment decisions that considers the issues of validity, reliability, and fairness. Use this checklist to assess the extent to which these good practices are established in your school and department.